Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. I'm going Kyrie number one, Steph Curry number 1A. Because I say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot, but Kyrie uses it all the time to get everywhere on the floor.
It's Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford.
Ooh.
Then Chris Paul.
Yes.
Maybe a little Rondo, maybe Tony Parker, Derrick Rose, and my sleeper coming off the bench, Orlando, my neighbor, Elfrid Payton.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California for tonight's game here at the Staples Center.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At small forward, Jaylen Brown. At the other forward position, Gordon Hayward. At the other forward position, Al Horford. At point guard, Kyrie Irving. At the other forward position, Jay. The head coach of the visiting team is Brad Stevens. And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At center, standing 7 feet, number 1, JaVale McGee. At small forward, standing 6'9", number 14, Brandon Ingram. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 5, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At the other guard position, standing 6'6", number 2, Ball. At the other forward position,
It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston, Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then it's Hayward. Then there's Jay. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Outside Irving. Horford in the post. McGee's there. On the wing, Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Here's Caldwell-Pope. A three-pointer, no good. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Irving kicks to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Passes it to Ingram. McGee against Horford. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Good on the second free throw. And for JaVale McGee, what was once such a promising career is now, Clark, I think, kind of at a crossroads.
Yeah, you know what? He is capable of being a major rim protector and rebounder, but I think teams are getting a little bit impatient with him because he's just not mature to the point that you would have expected.
Here's the kid after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Ball battles through traffic and lays it in. And so it's Boston with it. It's Brown with the drive. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And for McGee, it looked like he had taken a positive step last year when it was announced he would sign with Boston. The front office even came out and sang his praises. Then negotiations fell apart and McGee didn't play again for the rest of the season. Another in a long line of disappointments over his career.
A shot's good from Irving.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's James, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, regarding McGee, he spent most of his career eyeing the money. He forced his way out of Washington partly because of it. Didn't sign with the Celtics because he wanted to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. He has to show that he can still play if he wants somebody to really pay.
Here is McGee. After the basket by Boston. McGee a screen. James kicks to McGee. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. McGee's got 7 points in the game. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Irving drives in. Rebound the Lakers.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And the pass to Ingram from deep. Horford with the rebound. Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Jay. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Here's the dish to James from 12 feet out. And the jumper is good. LeBron's got his first points of the game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Hayward, left side. Horford against McGee. The kick out to Irving. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 7 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. James, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Brown. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely
playing quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Rondo. Here's Z. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Now here's Rondo. That's good from Dang on the assist from Stevenson.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Outside Rondo. Brown with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Here is Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Boston foul call.
And the Lakers have possession. 4-point game. Dang can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Baseline jumper and another basket for Boston. 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stevenson. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Celtics. They lead by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
Celtics leading by 6. Slim is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's McGee in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Here's Rondo. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, there's the pick. Rondo kicks to LeBron. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Inside, here's Hayward, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Boston. Here's James, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. James has got his second bucket. Celtics have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Jay. From deep three-point range, JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Caldwell-Pope pass to Rondo. It's James atop the key. Cannot hit, so the Celtics will take it the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Jay, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Jay's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The Celtics making a switch here. And the Lakers with possession here, trailing by 13. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Austin with the ball. Following the basket by LeBron James. That is good. And it's 6 points for Jay.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Ball, the pass to James. Caldwell Pope kicks to McGee. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Horford.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Lakers trail by 11. Kicks it to McGee. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Takes a three. And it's LeBron missing. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Irving dishes to Horford. The rebound by the Lakers.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Now here's Horford. And a wide open look for Irving. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And you look at Horford's game offensively. His mid-range jump shot is as pure as it gets. You got to say, he's probably in that Dirk Nowitzki territory from out there as far as accuracy. Doesn't possess the range that Dirk has, but from mid-range, as good as it gets.
Boston timeout call.
For Slim, and Lance Stevenson subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Rozier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy two, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area, and there's still value in that.
And the Lakers making a change here. Randall's checked in. 1:44 left in the first half. Here's Rozier. The 10-footer finds the target. Rozier's got his first basket. Lakers trail by 11. Dang passes the ball. Back to Dang. Five on the clock. Lets a floater go. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. Rozier the pass to Morris.
Blocking foul called. Julius Randle. That's his first personal foul.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
And Morris drops them both.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
Irving attacking. Second chance shot, and it's Brown getting it to go. Brown's got 11.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Nobody near Stevenson. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Celtics lead by 16. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Out in front at the half is Boston. They're leading by 16. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the...
A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Boston leading by 16. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all seasons. But give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Hayward. Horford is out there with Jay. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. Here's the kid. McGee screen on Hayward. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Slim's got the first points of the second half here for the Lakers.
You know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. LeBron with the bucket.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
It's Brown with the drive, and it's blocked. And they get it back. And that one's good. And that's now 8 points for Jay. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Ingram passes the ball. McGee a screen. Passes it to Ingram. Trains it from beyond the arc. Slim's got 6 here in this quarter.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Irving kicks to Horford. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
Morris is checked in for Boston. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a...
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Morris. Now here's LeBron, 11 points in the game. To the paint, the 11-footer. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Caldwell Pope's got 6. And Brad Stevens now in his 3rd year coaching the Celtics. Craig, I know you admire him from afar. Good fit for the franchise. Good fit, Clark, for a young team.
Agree with you completely on all of that. He stresses team unity and selflessness and sets the example and tone with his demeanor.
And he recovers it. LeBron can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Lakers trail by 13. Caldwell Pope kicks to McGee. McGee is screen on Brown. Caldwell Pope dishes to McGee. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Back to Horford. Feeds to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Horford kicks to Irving. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball, the pass to James. They set the screen. LeBron James on the wing. Hands it from downtown. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel.
Check in for the kid. Boston making some changes. Boston leading by 10.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were a close game. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Rondo kicks to James. Shot on the wing, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Here's Rondo. After the basket by Boston. The offensive rebound, McGee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
How about that game for McGee? 9 points and also a block shot.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Boston leading by 11. The 11-footer tries again. He lays it in.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Here's Rondo. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Nice shot by Larkin.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Rondo. The drive by James. The shot is off. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Nice ball movement by Boston. Morris a screen. Out to the right wing. Rozier. And again, it's Boston converting. Here is Rondo. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
He dishes it to LeBron. The fadeaway. Can't get it to go.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because he got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Irving, good look. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
Check it out.
All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't want to see.
And here is Los Angeles now. 17-point game. They've got Lance Stevenson. LeBron James is out there with Dang. Then there's Z, and it's Ball in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
Irving dishes to Brown. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ball, the pass to James. Uncovered. Good on the shot. LeBron's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Irving drives in. No good. James with some nice D.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Irving with the ball. Pass to Horford. There's the screen. The Lakers with the rebound. Now here's Dang. Ball, the pass to Dang. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. JaVale McGee's checked in for Z. Slim comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Lance Stevenson. Irving's shot is good.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, if they string together a few more baskets and get a couple of stops, I mean, this game will be tight again just like that. So stay tuned.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. They did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Celtics making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Hayward from outside. Can't get it to go. And it's the Lakers ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Dishes it to McGee. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss. Boston leading by 7. Brown. But they'll get another chance. McGee against Horford. Second shot opportunity. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes. And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Brown, good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. McGee is screen on Horford. And Boston with the rebound. Hayward's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Jay, the rebound by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now the feed to McGee. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's the kid, 6 to shoot. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers.
Rajon Rondo.
Now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Lakers trail by 11. James outside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Horford uses the glass to finish the layup. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And here is LeBron. And he banks in the layup. James has got 30 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Irving attacking. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Horford dishes to Irving. Takes it from 10. That's good from Horford on the assist by Irving.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Irving. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
It's tipped. Now Rondo. There's the 3. Back to James. There's the pass to Ingram. Outside Rondo. Again, Rondo missing. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
Kyrie, I mean, you know, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.